I'm sitting cross-legged on the wooden floor of my parents' living room in Portland, surrounded by torn wrapping paper and that fake pine smell that comes with Christmas. My sister, Chloe, spins around the room, twirling a shiny new set of BMW keys. The metal glints under the Christmas lights as she giggles and spins like a teenager, not a 32-year-old woman. I can't believe it. My own Beamer, she squeals, hopping on her toes. Dad smiles at her like he just won the lottery. Mom clasps her hands under her chin, teary-eyed and glowing with pride. Outside, in the driveway, sits a bright white BMW with a massive red bow on top, the kind of bow that probably costs more than my whole Christmas combined. Meanwhile, I stare down at my gift, a plastic piggy bank shaped like a cartoon animal from a kids' show I stopped watching 25 years ago. The price tag still stuck on it says $1.99. Open it, honey, Mom says, pointing at the rubber stopper at the bottom. My fingers feel stiff as I do what she says. 2 crisp $1 bills fall into my lap. It's the start of your future home fund, Dad says proudly. You've always been so responsible with money, not like some people. He winks at Chloe, who gasps in fake offense. The room goes quiet for a moment, until Mom breaks it. Chloe needs reliable transportation for her new design clients. You know how those artsy people are, they expect a certain image. Chloe plops onto the couch beside me, the scent of her expensive perfume wrapping around me. Don't worry, sis, she says sweetly, patting my knee. I'll drive you anywhere you need. Your little Toyota must be falling apart by now. The Toyota that carried me safely through 7 hours of icy mountain roads yesterday. The Toyota I finished paying off 3 years ago. The Toyota that's more reliable than any relationship in this family. I can't breathe. 34 years of moments like this one crash over me, and I finally see the pattern clearly. Just this morning, I wrapped their gifts with so much care, a leather briefcase for Dad that cost me 2 weeks' salary, a silver bracelet Mom had admired in a Seattle store window, and a camera lens Chloe had mentioned in passing. I'd saved for months to afford them. And all the way from Seattle, I'd practiced what I'd say when I told them my news, that I'd been promoted to senior structural engineer. I imagined their faces lighting up with pride, finally seeing me as more than the responsible older sister. Maybe this Christmas will be different, I kept whispering to myself during every rest stop and gas break. Now, my hands are shaking as I set the piggy bank on the glass coffee table. It makes a hollow clink. Excuse me, I say softly. Bathroom. I walk up the stairs slowly, past the wall full of family photos where Chloe's face fills almost every frame. I close the bathroom door, twist the lock, and stare at myself in the mirror. My face looks calm, too calm. My eyes are dry. No tears come. Instead, there's a tightness in my chest, like cement setting around my lungs. People talk about heartbreak like it's poetic. It's not. It's physical. My chest hurts like someone's pressing their knee against it. This must be what dying feels like, not dramatic, just fading. That night, I lie awake in my childhood bedroom, listening to Chloe laugh downstairs with Mom and Dad as they plan her first road trip in her new car. At 2:17 a.m., I sit up. I start packing quietly, only the things that matter, my grandmother's old stuffed bear, my college photo album, the wooden box holding my first blueprint. The expensive gifts I gave them stay behind. They were never about gratitude anyway. The house is silent as I go downstairs. I place my house key on the counter beside the coffee maker that'll start brewing in 3 hours. They've made their choice. Now, I'm making mine. By 3:42 a.m., I'm driving through the snow, the streetlights blurring into soft halos. Bing Crosby's singing White Christmas on the radio until I turn it off. Have yourself a merry little Christmas, I whisper into the empty car, voice breaking on the word merry. My old Toyota's heater fights the December cold as I head south. This 7-year-old car, my car, carried me through everything. Unlike that shiny BMW in my parents' driveway, this car earned its place. Around 6, my phone lights up, Mom's face on the screen. Not are you safe? Or please come home. Did you remember to pay the electric bill for the cabin? The cabin Chloe uses for her Instagram photo shoots. A semi-truck rushes past, spraying slush across my windshield. For a few seconds, I can't see. My hands grip the wheel, trembling, as old memories flood back faster than my wipers can clear. Chloe's 5th birthday, pony rides, castle cake, 30 kids. My 6th birthday, grocery store cake, 2 friends, dollar store decorations. You're more independent, Dad said. They're code for you don't need us. High school graduation, I gave the valedictorian speech. Their seats were empty because Chloe had a soccer game. You always succeed without our help, Mom said. They're code for you're on your own. College, working part-time jobs, surviving on scholarships, while Chloe found herself in Europe, on their dime. You've always known who you are, Dad said. They're code for you don't deserve exploration. The phone buzzes again, Dad. I let it ring. The sunrise starts coloring the sky when my tears finally fall. I pull over and rest my forehead on the steering wheel. For the first time, I see the truth. Dad controlled the money, Mom controlled the emotions. A perfect system, one holding the purse strings, the other holding the guilt. Then the phone rings again. Not them, Leah Daniels, my old college roommate. Where are you? She asks, her voice warm and worried. Somewhere in southern Oregon, I say. Heading south. To where? I don't know. After a pause, she says, come to San Francisco. Stay with me. Family doesn't treat family like that. Leah saw it all, the care packages full of basics for me, while Chloe got designer clothes. The holidays I spent alone in dorms while they took trips to Aspen and Maui. I can't impose, I start. Stop, she cuts in. You've spent your whole life helping others. Let someone help you for once. Her words hit something deep inside me. Okay, I whisper. Text me every hour. Drive safe. I'm making up the guest room. For the first time since leaving Portland, I feel my shoulders relax a little. By 7:30 a.m., I cross into California. My phone shows 17 missed calls, 32 texts. I block them all. The silence feels heavy but right. Hungry, I stop at a roadside diner glowing with a neon open sign. The smell of coffee hits me the moment I walk in. An older waitress with silver-streaked hair pours coffee before I even order. Her name tag says Gloria. Rough night? She asks. Rough life, I mutter, then instantly regret it. She doesn't flinch. Honey, I've been serving coffee for 40 years. I know heartbreak when I see it. Family or boyfriend? Family. She nods. Blood makes you related. Love and respect make you family. Her hand brushes mine before she adds, the special comes with extra bacon. As I sip my coffee, her words echo in my mind. Blood makes you related. Love and respect make you family. Maybe it's time to find out what real family feels like. 3 weeks later. I'm in San Francisco, staying with Leah. My phone buzzes for the 13th time that morning, Dad again. I let it ring. The first week, their messages were confused. The second, worried. Now, they're angry. If you don't return the car immediately, I'll report it stolen, Dad shouts in his latest voicemail. This childish behavior has gone on long enough. The Toyota. My Toyota. Then Mom's voice, my blood pressure is through the roof from all this stress. Is that what you want? For me to end up in the hospital because you're being selfish? I delete them both, though my finger hovers longer than I want to admit. I look around Leah's guest room, soft terracotta walls, warm light. My laptop screen shows an email I've rewritten a dozen times. Dear Mr. Sanderson, I'd like to request a transfer to the San Francisco office. Before I can overthink it, I hit send. 3 hours later, my request is approved. Just like that. No help, no family connections. Just my work. You got it? Leah asks, smiling at the doorway. I start Monday, I say. Perfect, she beams. I already called a friend who manages apartments nearby, rent-controlled, close to your office. You didn't have to. I wanted to, she says, sitting beside me. Friends help friends. No strings attached. Her words hit hard. No strings. No guilt. No scorekeeping. For once, I feel safe enough to cry. She slides a card toward me, Dr. Elaine Levine, family therapist. I'm not crazy, I whisper. No, Leah says gently. You've just been carrying something heavy for too long. A month later. Dr. Levine's office smells like lemon polish and old books. She listens quietly as I struggle to speak. Finally, I say it. Favoritism. My whole life. She asks, how did that make you feel? Like I was worth exactly $2, I say. That week, I move into a tiny apartment, small, sunny, and completely mine. I buy only what I need, a futon, a lamp, a desk. The emptiness feels peaceful. On Saturday, Leah drags me to a pottery class. You need something that isn't work or therapy, she insists. I protest until my hands sink into soft clay. The instructor smiles. Don't force it, she says. Listen to what it wants to become. By the end of class, I've made a small, uneven bowl, ugly and beautiful at once. And it's mine. For weeks after Christmas. Dad's face fills my laptop screen, red with anger. Where have you been? Your mother's been worried sick. Mom leans in, eyes dry but dabbing with a tissue. I moved to San Francisco, I say calmly. I transferred offices. Mom gasps. Without discussing it with us first? How could you be so inconsiderate? Dad's voice snaps through the phone. The old reflex stirs inside me, the urge to apologize, smooth things over, make everything okay again. But I hear Dr. Levine's voice in my head, your feelings are valid. Their reactions belong to them, not you. I just needed space, I say quietly. Space from what? Dad barks. From family? From responsibility? From growing up? From feeling invisible, I reply, surprised at how steady my voice sounds. From being treated like I matter less than Chloe. From trying to earn love that should have been given freely. Mom starts crying right on cue. How can you say something so hurtful? We've always loved you both the same. I'm not responsible for your feelings anymore, I say, the words heavy but freeing. I'm responsible for mine. Dad slams his hand on the table. This conversation is over until you're ready to apologize. Then I guess we're done talking, I say, and end the call. In the days that follow, the stories start spreading, through LinkedIn messages, old coworkers, random texts. According to family gossip, I've had a mental breakdown. I'm living in some filthy apartment. I've joined a cult. Chloe's Instagram is full of sad, filtered selfies and captions about family heartbreak and praying for those struggling with mental health. My new coworkers don't know any of this. They only see my work, the precision of my designs, the effort I put in, the calm confidence I built for myself. 10 days later, Chloe shows up at my office without warning. Leah happens to be there, dropping off lunch. She's in a meeting, Leah says coolly. And she'll stay that way for all uninvited visitors. Every Wednesday night, I meet with my therapy group in a small church basement that smells like coffee and old hymn books. 8 of us, strangers at first, connected by the same kind of wounds. Family doesn't get a free pass just because they're family, says Raymond, a 60-year-old accountant who hasn't spoken to his brother in 20 years. Love without respect isn't love. It's possession. His words settle in my chest like something true I've always known but never said. 6 months after Christmas, my apartment looks different. Pottery I've made lines the windowsills. I've replaced the futon with a real bed. I've been promoted to senior project manager, with a raise that ended my money worries for good. On my bookshelf sits the old plastic piggy bank. It's full now, crisp $2 bills, one for each week of freedom. Not out of bitterness, but as a reminder, sometimes the smallest betrayals reveal the biggest truths. As the holidays approach, I feel both nervous and relieved. No gifts to buy that won't be appreciated. No pretending. No shrinking to fit. Just me, in my own space, finally learning to value myself. Worth far more than $2. A month later, an ivory envelope sits on my kitchen counter like a landmine. Cousin Emily's wedding invitation. My name written in elegant calligraphy, Naomi Blake. No +1. Just me, expected to return to the family fold alone. So what are you thinking? Dr. Rachel asks, leaning forward in her chair. I trace the edge of the armrest. I'm going. Her eyebrows lift slightly. That's a change from last week. On my terms, I add. I booked a hotel 4 blocks from the venue. Dad's called twice, insisting I stay at their rental house with everyone. And what did you say? Nothing. I smile. Sometimes silence says everything. The boundary is the message. 7 months of therapy has given me words I never had before, words for peace, for protection, for myself. My phone buzzes mid-session. Chloe again. Her 3rd text today. Can't wait to see you next weekend. We need sister time before the wedding madness. I slide the phone back into my purse. Your sister again? Dr. Rachel asks. Yeah. Suddenly we're best friends. I laugh, but it sounds hollow. She never texted this much when we lived in the same city. What do you think she wants? A ride from the airport. Or money? Probably both. The old Naomi would have said yes, would have carried her emotional baggage right alongside her suitcase. I touch the deep blue silk swatch on my lap, fabric for my dress. 3 fittings to make sure it fits perfectly. It schemes my body without apology. It's not the color of peace. It's the color of power. They've enlisted help, I tell Dr. Rachel. Uncle Pete called about how families should stick together. Aunt Judith emailed about forgiveness. Even Emily's fiancé messaged me on Facebook. They're all working together. And how does that make you feel? Before therapy, I would have said fine. Always fine. But now I notice what my body says instead, the tightness in my throat, the cold sweat on my hairline, the tremble in my fingers. Terrified, I admit. But also, ready. That night. I study the seating chart Emily accidentally included in a group email. My name sits right between my parents, directly across from Chloe. The perfect family photo. I pick up my phone. Hi, Emily? It's Naomi. I have a small request about the seating chart. Friday comes with San Francisco fog that fades as my plane rises. The clouds part over Oregon, revealing the familiar land below. My heart races as we descend into Portland. The rehearsal dinner venue glows softly in the evening light. I stand outside, touching the smooth pendant Leah gave me before I left. Strength isn't about not feeling fear, she told me. It's about feeling it and walking forward anyway. I straighten my shoulders and step inside. Conversations stop. Heads turn. My mother's hand flies to her throat. My father freezes mid-drink. I've changed. The Naomi who left last Christmas was a shadow. This woman, in black tailored pants, an emerald silk blouse, heels that click with confidence, is solid, steady, alive. Chloe reaches me first, arms open. She looks different, her highlights have grown out, her designer watch is gone, and her smile looks tired. You look amazing, she says, hugging me quickly. Thanks. I step back, keeping space between us. How's the BMW? Her eyes flicker. I had to trade it in. Got a Honda. More practical, you know? I nod. Good choice. Behind her, my parents huddle with Aunt Martha. Mom dabs her eyes with a napkin. Dad looks smaller somehow. Cousin Tara sidles up beside me with a drink. "Oh my God, I'm glad you're here," she whispers. "You wouldn't believe the drama since Christmas. Your parents are selling the house, say it's medical bills, but everyone knows they've been bailing Chloe out for years." Guess reality finally caught up. Before I can respond, a waiter passes with champagne. I take a glass, watching bubbles rise and pop, like the lies that held my family together for so long. Uncle Simon clasps my hand. "You look great, Naomi. That San Francisco job must be treating you well." "Senior project manager now," I say. The words feel good. His eyebrows lift. "That's wonderful." More relatives drift over, some to congratulate, some to gossip, all curious. Aunt Martha hugs me too tightly. "Your father lost his job 3 months ago. Your mother's on medication now." I listen quietly, detached, like watching waves crash from far above the shore. Then Dad corners me, bourbon on his breath. "Family sticks together, Naomi," he says, trying to sound commanding. "No matter what." "Does it?" I ask. "Or do some stick together while others get pushed aside?" His face reddens. "We've always supported you." $2 in a piggy bank, I say softly. "That was your version of support." He opens his mouth, then closes it. Walks away. In the bathroom, Mom appears beside me at the sink, eyes full of tears. "We miss you so much," she says, reaching for my hand. I rinse the soap from my fingers. "I miss who I thought you were, too." Back in the hall, Chloe pulls me onto the terrace. The evening air smells of roses. "The BMW got repossessed," she blurts. "I'm drowning in debt," Chloe says, her voice shaking. "My design client stopped calling, and Dad can't help anymore. I don't know what to do, Naomi. I never learned how to stand on my own." Her words hang in the air between us. 7 months ago, I would have jumped in with solutions, offered her money, a place to stay, anything to make it better. The old Naomi would have carried that weight too. Instead, I gently place my hand on her arm. "That sounds really hard, Chloe," I say softly. I feel compassion, but not responsibility, something it took months of therapy to understand. "I'm sorry you're going through that." Her eyes widen slightly, surprised. "Compassion without rescue, that's new." "I can help you make a budget," I add, "but I can't fix this for you." Over her shoulder, I see Emily glowing among her bridesmaids. Tomorrow will bring its own chaos, but tonight, standing on this terrace, I feel the heavy weight of family expectations sliding off my shoulders like rainwater. For the first time, I'm not afraid. I'm the woman who walked away from a lifetime of being overlooked, and built herself back up, piece by piece. Whatever comes next, I'll face it on my own terms. The next morning, I stand in the bridal suite at Magnolia Gardens, watching Emily transform from a nervous bride into a glowing one. The sunlight streams through tall windows, turning everything golden. It feels strange, so peaceful on the outside, while a storm brews quietly in my chest. "Naomi, your parents are looking for you," Aunt Martha whispers, resting her hand gently on my arm. "They're in the library. Said it's important." I knew this moment would come. It's been 7 months since I walked out of their house in Portland, leaving behind a note and a lifetime of resentment. "Thanks, Martha," I reply calmly, though my heart is pounding. I'll find them after helping Emily with her veil. Her eyes soften. "They mentioned a family emergency before the ceremony." Of course they did. When I finally push open the library door 30 minutes later, it feels heavier than it should. Mom sits upright in a tall chair, clutching tissues. Dad paces by the fireplace, tense and sharp. Chloe stands near the window, wearing a dress worth more than my first month's rent, even if her BMW's gone. "Naomi, thank God," Mom says, getting up and reaching for me. "We need to talk as a family." I stay at the doorway. The ceremony starts in 40 minutes. "Sit down, Naomi," Dad says, motioning to a chair placed right in front of him. "A setup, a family intervention." This can't wait any longer. I close the door but don't move toward the chair. I'm listening. Chloe steps forward. Naomi, this has gone too far. Dad lost his job 3 months ago. The company downsized, Dad interrupts. Budget cuts. Mom's been seeing a therapist for depression, Chloe adds. This all started when you left at Christmas. Mom dabs at dry eyes. We're selling the house. Perfect, guilt, money problems, and emotional blackmail all rolled into one. 7 months ago, I would have broken down, apologized, and offered help. But not today. I walk over, place my purse down, and sit tall. I'm sorry to hear about your job, Dad. And Mom, I'm glad you're getting help. They both look confused at my calm tone. Didn't you hear what we said? Chloe snaps. They're selling the house because of you. No, I say evenly. They're selling it because of choices they made long before I left. I pull out a leather-bound photo album from my purse. I brought something to show you. Mom frowns. We don't have time for. You called this meeting, I remind her. So we have time. I open the album. The first pages show 2 birthday parties, Chloe's elaborate princess theme with entertainers, and mine that same year, just a simple cake at the kitchen table. Remember these? I flip through more photos, Christmas mornings, graduations, vacations, proof of the same pattern. Chloe celebrated, me forgotten. Dad's face reddens. This is ridiculous. We always treated you both the same. I pull out a folder of bank statements. Here are my student loans, $67,000, still unpaid. Chloe's tuition? Fully covered, even her year in Europe for art. Chloe looks uneasy. That's not fair. You chose engineering. That was your decision. It was my passion, I correct her. Just like art was yours. The difference is, my passion wasn't worth your investment. Mom stands up, trembling. We didn't have the money when you went to college. Things changed later. I checked your financial records, I cut in. Dad's promotion came when I was 16. Grandma's inheritance arrived before my freshman year. You had the money. You just didn't spend it on me. The room goes silent. I lay out decades of birthday cards, Chloe's full of affection, mine full of advice. We always knew you'd be fine, Dad says, voice cracking. There it is. The excuse behind all of it. Being capable doesn't mean I deserved less love, I say, my voice steady even as my throat tightens. Being responsible doesn't mean I should have carried everyone's burdens. Mom starts to cry, real tears this time. We never meant to hurt you. Intent doesn't erase impact. I reach into my purse again and place my plastic piggy bank on the table. Dad frowns. What is this nonsense? I open the bottom, letting dozens of crisp $2 bills spill out. I've saved one for every week since Christmas, I explain. This isn't about money. It's about what you thought I was worth. Chloe picks one up, turning it in her hands. I never realized how it looked from your side, she says quietly. They never taught me to stand on my own. Outside, guests laugh as they walk past the door. Inside, our family finally faces decades of truth. I'm not asking for apologies, I say, standing. I'm asking for change. I'll consider reconciliation under 2 conditions, family therapy, and respect for my boundaries. Dad starts to speak, but Mom touches his arm. We'll do it, she says softly. Whatever it takes. I gather my things but leave the $2 bills on the table. That's yours to keep, I say. A reminder of what happens when you love one child more than the other. As I walk out, I hear Chloe whisper, she's different now. She's right. The woman who left last Christmas carrying pain and determination is gone. In her place stands someone who finally knows her worth, and what she won't accept anymore. On Christmas Day, sunlight spills across my San Francisco apartment. Friends gather around a table that finally feels like mine. The smell of turkey and herbs mixes with laughter, real laughter. To Naomi, Leah says, raising her glass. The best bridge builder I know, in life and in work. My cheeks warm. A year ago, I left everything behind. Now I'm surrounded by people who choose to be here. And to Senior Project Manager Blake, Caleb adds, his hand brushing mine. His touch is steady, not a spark of infatuation, but the calm current of something real. The kitchen timer beeps. Need help? Caleb asks. I've got it, I say automatically, then catch myself, smiling. Actually, could you carve the turkey? I never learned how. My phone buzzes, a video call from Chloe. Our monthly boundary-keeping tradition. Merry Christmas, she says, her face filling the screen. Her apartment looks small, humble, no luxury in, just peace. You look happy. Your place looks beautiful. It feels like home, I reply, showing my pottery studio, shelves lined with bowls I made myself. How's Mom and Dad? I ask. Dad's 90 days sober today, she says, turning the camera to show him sitting quietly in a modest room. AA meetings are helping. He's different now. I nod, taking it in slowly. And Mom? She's volunteering at the community center. Wanted to join the call, but there's a food drive. Chloe smiles faintly. They ask about you, not like before, though. After we hang up, I join my friends for dinner. The piggy bank sits on the mantel, filled with dollar bills now, not for resentment, but for growth. Later, Chloe texts me a photo of a handmade clay ornament, her first try. Not perfect, but made with love, she writes. Then, a message from Mom, found this in the attic. It always belonged to you. The photo shows my childhood dollhouse, the one thing I truly loved. The deed sits beneath it, in my name. That night, I step onto my balcony with Caleb beside me. The San Francisco Bay glitters under the lights. Deep thoughts, he asks. Just grateful, I say, leaning into him. Sometimes the greatest gift is realizing what you won't accept anymore. The piggy bank glows faintly through the window, no longer a symbol of what I lacked, but of what I finally found, my own worth.